Have you ever been playing Minecraft and you're just like, yo, how do I make the most efficient farm possible? And how do these dudes do it? Your boy Unspeakable is gonna teach you today how to make 5 different automatic farms that will be so efficient, your friends are gonna be like, bruh, how did you do that? We're gonna build a fishing farm, a honey farm, an iron farm, a cooked chicken farm, and a cactus farm. And yes, I said cooked chicken, not normal chicken. This chicken will be cooked and ready for you to eat. Hello, buzzing bee. How are you doing? The first farm we're gonna build is a honey farm. I figured since bees are new to Minecraft, you guys are probably like, yo, how do you build a honey farm and just automatically collect so much honey? And honestly, building a honey farm is very easy. For the farm, you don't have to build a big fancy bee like this. I did it just to go over the top and show you guys how fancy you could make a bee farm. First thing you wanna do is place down some blocks. Could be wood blocks, could be whatever. And then on top of those blocks, we're gonna place a bunch of dispensers facing down. Over here in the corner of those dispensers, go ahead and place down a double chest. And then we're gonna go ahead and attach a ton of hoppers to that chest. Make sure all these hoppers are feeding into one another. After you got that set up, we're gonna place down a ton of beehives right here. And then we're gonna cover this part with glass. But you wanna go ahead and get some bees in there. So bees, excuse me. Hello, hello, hello. Come here. Excuse me, sir. Would you like to go in there with your friends? Would you like to go in there with your friends? Come down. Okay, you're gone. Okay, now you wanna make sure you have some bees in there as well. Also, the flowering azalea blocks around here are very important. Make sure you place those because these will actually let the bees breed and make more. So watch this, check this out. Ready? I'm gonna click on 2 of these bees. And then they can go ahead and breed and then make another bee. Look at that. Hello. Now is the part where it gets a little bit more tricky. We're going to take some redstone comparators and drop them down along these blocks. Then we're going to attach some redstone. We're going to throw glass on this back wall. You don't have to use glass. You can use dirt or anything. Put redstone on top of that. And then we're going to be putting some more glass here. Again, you don't have to use glass. You could use dirt, wood, whatever floats your boat. Then go ahead and cover the entire top here with redstone as well. Make sure all of these blocks are covered. And then this is the expensive part. Fill all these dispensers with glass bottles. Now just fill them with as many as you have because this is where the honey is gonna go. And there we go. We got our first bottle of honey. Look at that. Pretty much the way this system works is whenever the bees produce the honey, it's gonna draw the bottle through here, fill it up, and put it in the hopper, and then transfer it over to the chest. Just within a couple days, you should have stacks and stacks of honey. And also don't freak out when you go to the front here. If you don't see any bees, they're probably hiding in the beehive. And there you have it, a bee farm. Now remember, this is just a small version of bee farm. You could ramp this up and build one 5, 10, 20 times the size. We'll come check this chest at the end of this video and see how many bottles of honey we have. Next farm we got is a cooked chicken farm. And of course, we're gonna make it inside a giant chicken. First thing you're gonna do is place down 2 chests, and then you're going to attach 2 hoppers to the chest and then drop slabs on top. Pretty simple so far. And then we're gonna put down some dispensers facing forward, and then 2 hoppers attached to the back of these bottom dispensers, and then pieces of carpet on top of the hoppers, just like so. And then go ahead and place down 2 comparator blocks and then observers on top of them. These observer blocks should be facing downwards with their beautiful faces. Then we're gonna go ahead and put glass on the side here because the chickens are gonna go right here on the carpet. We're gonna spawn in 24 chickens. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Oh, that's 27 chickens. My bad. Just more meat for me. Now, obviously, if you're in survival mode, you can't just spawn in 24 chickens. So try your best just to get 2 or 3 chickens and then breed them and slowly grow your farm. Now we're gonna trap all these chickens in here. We're gonna place 2 observer blocks just like so, and you can also delete all this glass around it. Then we're gonna place down some redstone just like so, and then some glass right here. Voila! And then in these 2 top dispensers, go ahead and just throw in 1 lava bucket, and that's it. Your chicken farm is complete. Just wait for your chickens to grow, and then wait for your cooked chicken to arrive in the large chest. Oh, do you see the lava? Look at the lava. That means things are cooking. Hello, baby chicken. How are you doing? Are you going to make me some food? Oh, 2 baby chickens. Okay. Pretty soon, we should be seeing some cooked chicken here. Just give it any second. Oh, 3 baby chickens. Wow, we are really advancing here. And after a minute or 2 of the farm setting itself up, we have our first piece of cooked chicken. We'll come back at the end of the video and see how many pieces of chicken we have. Next thing we're building is an iron farm. This one is probably my favorite because you can get literally iron. You can craft armor, so many things with iron. So let's build it because it's super easy. We're gonna be building this farm with deep slate. Now you can use any block you want, doesn't matter. You can even use dirt if you wanted to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So build 8 blocks up, and then we're gonna build a 7x5 platform. Once you build up from the middle, go 3 blocks this way, 3 blocks this way, so that's 7 blocks long, and then 2 blocks on each side, and that's 5 blocks wide. And then just go ahead and fill it all in. Voila! Just like that. You got your 7x5 platform, 8 blocks up. And then we're gonna go ahead and put down 5 beds. Now I know what you're thinking. Unspeakable. What the heck? It will all make sense once the farm is built. Trust me. We're gonna do deep slate brick walls, and then we are going to put glass all here. You don't have to use glass. You don't even have to use brick walls like this. You can literally just cover it in dirt. It's totally up to you. I'm just making this place look nice. And now you need to get 5 villagers up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so each of them should have a bed just like so. Now, if you're in survival mode, you're probably like, yo, how do I get the villagers up here? You could actually build a little roller coaster system with some track and then a minecart, and you could push the villagers into the minecart just like so and push them all the way up there. You just have to do it for 5 of them. So it's pretty easy to get them up here in survival mode, but once they're up here, they might be a little tired if the sun's going down, and that's okay. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna cover the entire roof. Just close them in their little cocoon. You know what? Let's give them some lights at least, okay? Then we're gonna do our walls on the side and the glass just like we did on the bottom story. This next part here is a little tricky. So we're gonna place a chest down right here. Then we're gonna feed 2 hoppers into it on the side. Gonna do the same thing on the other side here. So you should have these 4 hoppers feeding into it. And then you do the same thing here. So place a hopper there that feeds into it, and then another one, and then another one. There we go. So we should have this system of hoppers that feed into this one chest. Then after that, we're gonna place down 3 fences, open them up, and then 3 more up here. And then go ahead and open those up. Then drop down 3 buckets of lava and then 2 buckets of water at the other side. So the water should be pushing into those hoppers that are right there. Now, in order for this farm to start working, the villagers need to sleep through 1 night fully. So just let them sleep, and then we'll wake up the next morning and see what happens. The sun is now rising. The villagers should wake up any second now. There we go. The villagers have awoken. Now we just need to wait for an iron golem to spawn and protect them. Oh, look at that! An iron golem. It literally only took about 2 to 3 minutes. And that is our first iron golem. Once they spawn, they get pushed straight into the lava, and then we have some iron. 4 pieces of iron just after about 2 to 3 minutes. Now, let's see what happens at the end of this video, how much iron we'll get. The next farm we're gonna build is a fish farm. Now, this one is so easy. Definitely the easiest farm of the video. What you're gonna do is you're gonna place down a chest and then connect a hopper to it just like so. Make sure, whoa. Make sure that hopper is connected for sure. Then go ahead and place down a note block with a slab on top and then a iron trap door. Then we're gonna place down a spruce fence with a heavy weighted pressure plate on top. Then go ahead and grab a water bucket and place it on top of the hopper, and it should look something like this. Very simple, easy to make, and you got yourself a fishing machine. I'm setting a timer for 5 minutes. Let's see how much loot I can get in 5 minutes. After just only 5 minutes of fishing, this is the loot we got. I know it's not anything insane, but that's only doing it for 5 minutes. Imagine 20, 30 minutes, an hour. You can have a lot of food and a lot of loot. And for the last farm of the video, I'm gonna show you guys how to make an OP cactus farm. This thing is sick. Dedicate a pretty big room to this. Now, again, guys, all of these farms, you can make them as big as you want or as small as you want. This farm is gonna be pretty big, but you can make it 5 times the size if you wanted to. To start, we're going to dig down here. We're gonna place a double chest and then attach a hopper to it and then place a composter on top, and then another hopper on top of that. And then we're gonna fill this into entire area with sand, just like so. And then we're gonna place down 4 blocks, make sure they're spread apart because we're gonna put our cactuses on there. And then we're gonna have this fancy little fence thingy come up. And we're gonna spread apart the fence just like so. So basically what happens is whenever the cactus grows, it instantly breaks and falls. We've already had, oh, look at that. We've already had 2 cactuses break. You can actually go ahead and delete the middle part if you want and the bottom part because we don't need that. Oh, another cactus. Wow, we getting fancy. Now look at this. That's a problem. The cactuses drop in the middle. They're not making it over to the hopper. Oh, 4 pieces of cactus already. Let's go. Okay, this farm is clearly working. We already have 6 pieces of cactus. To fix our cactus dropping problem, let's go ahead and enclose all this area around the sand because we're gonna use water to do that. We're gonna grab a water bucket. We're gonna drop it in the opposite corner from the hopper and it should perfectly push everything to this hopper. Look at that, the perfect size. Now this is where the fun part comes in. We get to make the farm bigger and bigger and bigger. We're gonna do the same thing on top and also do the same thing with the fence posts. Just like so, get your 4 cactuses and your fence posts so whenever they break, they'll drop all the way down into the water. To finish it off, we're gonna cover this entire area with glass and enclose it so none of the cactuses fall outside of the place they're not supposed to be. Now, after just about 30 minutes of letting all the farms run, let's go check them all and see how much loot we have just after 30 minutes, guys. So coming over to our honey farm, we definitely got a couple more bees in here. Our honey farm has produced, wow, that is a lot of honey. This is just after 30 minutes. Imagine a couple hours. Our cooked chicken farm has produced exactly 5 chicken and 2 feathers. Not bad. Our iron farm has produced 18 pieces of iron. What? In only 30 minutes. And then unfortunately, our fishing farm has produced nothing because you have to stand there for 30 minutes and activate it. So that's the sad part about the fishing farm. But if we make another video, I'll teach you guys how to make a better fishing farm. Don't worry. But if you were to stand here for 30 minutes, I would just multiply this times 6 because I got this amount of loot in only 5 minutes. And then coming over to our cactus and bone meal farm, we have exactly 23 pieces of cactus and 18 pieces of bone meal just in 30 minutes. I would say that these farms are highly effective. If you guys want me to build 5 more farms, let me know by leaving a like on this video and clicking that subscribe button down below. Thank you guys for watching, and maybe next week we'll build a diamond farm. Ooh.